Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I have just watched the Mandalorian finale of season 2, and I just need to get this off my chest onto my channel for you guys to watch. And I just want to share what I have just experienced with this. And this is, by the way, complete spoilers. Please don't even watch this at all if you haven't seen the Mandalorian at all, because I'm going to spoil so much of it here, and there's just so much to talk about. And this is going to be a video of me just mumbling shit. I'm not going to edit it. I'm not going to make it all nice to watch or anything. It's just, I have to say shit, because this, what I've just seen, is fucking absolutely class. And, oh my god. What do you even say? This is literally, I think that this is probably, it's up there, if not the, I mean, that's maybe a bit too far saying the, it could be the most magical moment in film and TV history. That might be a bit exaggerated, but I can't think right now of another moment in TV or film. There is moments that are as good as this and even better, but this is, I'm obviously not making any sense, but this is basically one of the most magical moments I have ever had watching something in my whole life. I really hope that you guys who are watching have stopped already by now if you haven't seen it, so I'm going to go straight into it. Luke Skywalker. I can't believe it. Like, as soon as I seen the X-Wing appear, I knew at that moment. I was like, I'm not even lying, I fucking stood up. I stood up. I sat there and I was like, wait. It's Luke! I obviously didn't look at the camera, but I did that to myself, but to the TV. I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. At first I was confused because I was petrified. Shut up. Fuck's sake. First I was confused because I was like, is it Luke or is it ASHOKA? And I was trying to think of all the other Jedis that could potentially be, and I was like, it's not going to be anyone else but Luke, because why would they show you the X-Wing? You just know, as soon as you see that X-Wing, you know it's Luke. But I was still a little bit unsure because I didn't want to get my hopes up. I didn't want to believe it was Luke, and then suddenly at the end it's revealed and it's ASHOKA or something. ASHOKA. I always say ASHOKA. Anyway, in this moment, I'm sure every single one of you who has watched this were exactly the same as me, and I was just like a little kid again. I was so excited, and I was just kind of on the edge of my seat because I didn't know what to expect. And I was like, okay, if this is Luke, in my mind I was playing out what the reveal would be like and should be like my perfect reveal for him. And for the first part of where Luke is sort of here on the screen, we're seeing him on different cameras that are placed around, and it's like black and white, and you know, Mando and everyone else is watching it through like the CCTV, I guess you would call it. But yeah, I was like, oh no, I don't want to lose this hype that I've got. I want to keep the actual hype and see him really fighting. And it kind of started to a little bit be like, okay, we're just watching him fight on these cameras. I want to see it for real and it to be really epic and cinematic. But it did get to that point, and it just went on for longer than I thought it would, and I'm so happy they milked it. They just kept it going. There's like a long battle scene that's going on through the cameras, and then it comes into actual shot with Luke, and he's just taking out all these dark troopers. And it's just an amazing moment because we needed to see, the fans of Star Wars have needed this. They've needed to see Luke Skywalker kicking ass and being this powerful force that he is, and that we've all known he is throughout the whole fucking time of Star Wars, apart from Rian Johnson somehow completely fucking threw that all away and just made him some weird old grumpy guy, which I'm not going to go into it because there's too many things that I hate now around that film, The Last Jedi. But yeah, we needed that. We needed it so much, and I'm just so happy. I'm a Star Wars fan, but I am not a diehard Star Wars fan, and I am now way more of a fan than I ever have been before. But there are people whose lives are dedicated to Star Wars, and I follow some of them on YouTube. My main guy that I follow is Star Wars Theory. This guy's sick. I really like this guy. He's just, you know, his life is so passionate about Star Wars. He's dedicated his life to Star Wars. And I actually, at the end of this episode, I went and watched the watch party with him and rewatched the last 15 minutes of the episode because I knew that he was going to be blown away by this. And I also need to add, I was crying my fucking head off for the last 20 minutes. Like, bawling my eyes out, like, proper crying, though. I haven't cried like that. Like, I don't even know when, I haven't cried like that at a TV or film for ages. I have cried every now and then. I actually openly will happily cry when it's the right moment. If something moves me, then, you know, it actually is a good thing to cry. I actually enjoy the feeling of crying. It's like a release. So I'm not embarrassed to say that I did, but fuck me, I'm glad no one was here to see me that crying like that, because I was like, just hold it together, wAFF, hold it together. Fucking hell, it's Luke. Yeah, I'm sweating my tits off as well, because I'm just so high energy with these lights on my head. I'm fucking boiling. Anyway, going back to this moment, when Luke is in this corridor, finally, he's took out all the Dark Troopers. He comes to the final moment where all the Dark Troopers stood in that corridor trying to get into the control room with Din and all the other Mandalorians, Bo-Katan, Baby Yoda. All of them are in there. Mace Windu. No, he's not in there. Is he? No, he's not. But, you know what I mean. They're all in there, and all the Dark Troopers are... They're all waiting to get in. You know that Luke... Well, he gets in the elevator. I say elevator. Is there elevators in Star Wars? They've probably got a different name, but we're going to call them elevators for this episode, for this video. Alright? Anyway, Luke goes into this elevator. He comes up, and you know that there's going to be a fucking sick moment here, because there's still about 20 Dark Troopers for Luke to go through, and we still need to see the face. We still need to see Luke's face. Are we going to see it? We don't know. This is the whole excitement that was going on with me. I was like, oh my god, are we actually going to see his face, or is it just going to be him cloaked? Anyway, he comes, he just starts wiping out all of these Dark Troopers. He's using the Force, he's doing all these backspins, he's fucking dodging shit over his head. He does backflips, he gets on a skateboard and does an ollie. He doesn't, but he's having a proper moment, and this was just blowing my mind, because I was like, oh my god, we're actually seeing Luke kicking shit out of people, and we haven't seen this. We haven't proper seen it since, obviously, the originals, and we needed to see this, and it was just amazing, and I was so blown away, and it just filled me with complete happiness. Then it gets to the point where Din Mando opens up the doors and allows Luke in, and Luke comes in with a cloak over his head, and this moment, I am literally fucking, like, my legs have melted down to my kneecaps, so I'm on the floor now, on my knees. No shins, because they've burnt off. What? And there we have it, the reveal. Luke fucking Skywalker, guys, boys and girls. And what was just the best thing as well was that it was Mark Hamill. It was Luke Skywalker. I was 90% certain that it was gonna be Mark Hamill, but there is this other new guy who looks just like Mark Hamill. He's a known actor. I can't remember his name now. Yeah, anyway, I'll probably put his picture on the screen now. See, I did edit something, didn't I? Anyway, I was wondering whether it was going to be him or actually Mark Hamill, and it was Mark Hamill, and yeah, they've de-aged him, and it didn't look 100%. I wasn't that impressed by the de-aging, but it still was sick. It looks mint, and I was more than happy with it. It could have been a little bit better, but I also didn't give a shit, really. I was just like, oh, yeah, I mean, nitpicking, but in this moment, I don't care. We've got Luke Skywalker, so... But this is the thing, it doesn't just stop there. It didn't just stop there. The emotion didn't stop there. I think it even got more, like, emotional from that point on. Because I was already crying my face off at that point. I was like, oh my god, it's Luke, I can't believe this. Thank you so much, John Favreau. You really done it this time. So I'm already just, like, blown away. Then we have the moment where, you know, Grogu is... I was going to say Goku. Grogu's, like, peeks around the chair, and he looks at Luke, and Luke just looks straight at him and puts his hand out, and I'm like, oh shit, this is it. Like, I forgot that actually, like, he's going to probably take Grogu now, and, like, what's going to happen? Like, all of a sudden, I'm getting more emotional about that. Then Grogu doesn't really want to leave without Din's approval, so he's looking at Din, Mando, and he's obviously just having this little moment with him, and... You know, Din picks Grogu up, and they have this really, really special moment where Grogu is reaching out to Din's helmet, and, you know, there's like a really special moment there, just that peaceful moment with the music as well, guys. I'll go into that in a second, but this whole fucking orchestrated moment was just fantastic. So Grogu's putting his hand on Din's helmet, and then Din takes the helmet off. And I was like, oh my god, this is fucking too much. Like, stop it. It was just so special. And I was just like, the moment of them two looking in each other's eyes, you know, it takes you back to the whole point, because Luke's there. Of course, everybody wants to focus on Luke, but it actually brings you back to the actual meaning and point of this story, is that it's about Grogu and Din, and like their love for one another and their relationship and just their bond that they have. And I was just like, this is fucking sick. Like, it's blowing me away even more, and I'm crying my face off even more for a second time. I've calmed down by this point a little bit. Now I'm crying my eyes out again. What happens next? R2 turns up. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, not another thing. And this is just like relentlessly emotional, and I'm so grateful and thankful for Disney and Jon Favreau for doing this. Dave Filoni too. Like, they've just really captured Star Wars and the energy and the soul and the life of it. And the very ending of this episode leaves us with Luke, R2 and Grogu just in the elevator, and they're looking back at Din, and Din's just like tearful, and you know, it's just a really special moment, and I'm even like feeling emotional now just thinking about it. Yeah, I just feel like this is just, it's blown me away, and I'd love for you guys, let me know if you know any other moments in film that is as powerful as this, because it's so important this is for like Star Wars fans. If you're not into Star Wars, you won't care. So obviously there is other films, and I have other films that are my most beloved films. Lord of the Rings, there's moments in that which, you know, will never beat, nothing will ever beat it, but it is one of the most magical moments I remember right now. It's just amazing, and I just feel so happy for everyone who's into Star Wars, especially the people that are so into Star Wars, the people that love it that much. I'm just so happy for them, and yeah, the future of Star Wars is looking absolutely bright as fuck, and I feel like they're doing it justice now. They're bringing it back, and if they continue down this route, The Last Jedi will, you know, it'll always remain the worst thing ever, but it will kind of just maybe fade away a little bit, and maybe we just won't be so torn up about what's happened with that film and the last trilogy as a whole, really. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of all I've got to say, really. Oh no, actually, fucking the last part after the post credits. If you haven't watched the post credit scenes, go back and watch that. Again, another spoiler for you lot the second time, but Boba Fett goes in and he wipes out, I can't remember that character, but I definitely remember him from previous Star Wars films. The guy who sat on the throne chair, he's got the slave on a chain like in Jabba, I think it's Jabba the Hutt's basic, I don't know if it's the exact chair, but it's his crime syndicate place, and I don't know the name of the place. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, so I apologize to you guys who are like, it's called fucking this and that. I don't know. But I remember it, and I could feel how good it was to see Boba Fett take that guy out and sit in the throne, and then it obviously leads you to the ending. It tells you basically the next series for Boba Fett is the Book of Boba Fett, which I thought was a shit name, but I'll probably come around to that and get a bit more warm to the idea of the name of it. But yeah, that's coming in December 2021, so we've got a year till that. But yeah, I'm just really happy. Disney, well done. Thank you so much to Lucasfilm and Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni and Pedro Pascal, every single person that's involved in this series. You've really, really done it this time. No, but you've done an amazing thing, and I'm just so grateful for it and happy. So yeah, I just wanted to get it off my chest. I feel like I can go to bed now and probably still cry about it. Okay, well, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a like. That would be amazing for me. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on wAFF World.